Chosen one. There comes a moment in every chosen one's life when the world around them begins to shift. Conversations that once felt comfortable suddenly feel shallow. Situations you used to tolerate now feel heavy. And without knowing why, you start to sense a pull, an inner vibration, calling you to rise higher than where you are. If you're watching this, that pull is already inside you. This message didn't appear in your life by coincidence. It was sent. You were guided here because something within you is awakening, something powerful, something sacred. Being chosen doesn't mean you're better than others. It means you are different from others. You carry a depth most people can't understand. You see through illusions. You sense energies, intentions, and truths before anyone says a word. You feel things stronger. You notice things earlier. You grow through things faster. But that awareness comes with weight. The weight of responsibility, the weight of isolation, the weight of knowing you cannot go back to who you used to be. If you've ever felt misunderstood, if you've ever felt set apart, if you've ever felt like you were being prepared for something bigger, then this message is your confirmation. You are not lost. You are being positioned. You are not broken. You are being shaped. You are not ordinary. You are chosen. Chapter 1. The Calling of the Chosen. Chosen one. There comes a moment in your life when everything around you begins to shift. What once felt familiar suddenly feels foreign. The places you used to fit no longer hold your spirit. The conversations that once entertained you now feel empty. And deep inside, something begins to stir. A quiet, undeniable pull calling you toward a higher path. This is the first sign of your calling. Being chosen doesn't arrive with fireworks or recognition. It arrives in subtle moments, in your intuition, your restlessness, your dreams, your sudden clarity. It shows up when you feel disconnected from what used to feel comfortable. It whispers in those moments when your spirit knows there is more for you, even before your mind catches up. Many are called, but few are chosen. The chosen aren't selected because they are perfect. They are selected because they are willing. Willing to grow, willing to break old patterns, willing to walk alone if they have to. The divine sees something in you that others overlook. Your strength, your depth, your sensitivity, your resilience. Chosen ones have an awareness that others don't. You notice energies shift before anyone speaks. You sense intentions long before actions reveal them. You can feel when something is off without needing proof. This isn't imagination, it's discernment. One of the spiritual gifts given only to those who will have a purpose large enough to require it. But the calling also brings a restlessness, a holy discomfort. You begin to outgrow environments, mindsets, and relationships that cannot go where you're going. You feel pulled away from old versions of yourself because the divine is preparing you for elevation. You may even try to ignore it, but the calling follows you through signs, patterns, dreams, synchronicities, repeated messages, and moments that feel too aligned to be coincidence. Every confirmation whispers the same truth. Chosen one, you were created for more. Your calling is not an accident. Your awakening is not random, and your path is not ordinary. This is the beginning of your transformation. The moment you recognize that you are not here to blend in, you are here to rise. Chapter 2. The Law of Sacred Secrecy, Chosen One. One of the first lessons you must learn on your divine path is this. Not everything you know, feel, or receive is meant to be shared. Some truths are sacred. Some revelations are private. Some wisdom is meant to be carried quietly inside your spirit. As you rise, you begin to understand that your calling requires discernment. Not everyone can handle the weight of your purpose. Not everyone deserves access to your inner world. Not everyone has the spiritual maturity to hear what God whispers to you in the dark. There is a reason chosen ones feel misunderstood. Your vision is clearer, your intuition is stronger, your spirit is older. But if you give that level of depth to people who live on the surface, they will misuse it. They will misinterpret your heart, doubt your insight, and speak against what they cannot comprehend. This is why sacred secrecy is necessary. Some people don't want to understand you. They want to evaluate you. They don't seek wisdom. They seek information. They don't listen to support you. They listen to compare themselves to you. And you, chosen one, must protect your spiritual journey. from those who see your revelations as entertainment or gossip. Your dreams, your visions, your plans, your next steps, these are seeds. Exposing them too early invites spiritual resistance, unnecessary opinions, and the wrong energies to interfere with what is still growing inside you. The divine will often isolate you, not to punish you, but to protect what is being built within you. When God speaks to you, it is not a conference call. It is a private alignment, a sacred download, a moment meant for you alone. Chosen ones move differently. You speak with intention. You share only what is necessary. You reveal only when the time is right. You understand that privacy is a shield, not a secret. And the more you mature spiritually, the more you realize that silence is not hiding. It is stewardship, because what God is doing in you is too valuable to be exposed to people who do not have the capacity to honor it. So guard your revelations, protect your inner world, honor your growth quietly, and remember this, chosen one, the louder your purpose becomes, the more silent you must be. Chapter 3, Protecting Your Revelations. Chosen one, there are things God shows you that are not meant to be spoken, posted, or explained. Some revelations are too sacred, too delicate, too powerful to be shared with unprepared ears. When the divine gives you insight, it is not for public consumption. It is a spiritual assignment. You must understand this truth. Not everyone wants to support your calling. Not everyone wants to see you rise. Not everyone wants you to know who you truly are. Some people want access to your revelations, not to celebrate you, but to limit you. They want to analyze your vision, question your purpose, or twist your words. And because of this, chosen one, God gives you insight before He gives you permission to speak. Revelation comes with responsibility. When you share something sacred with someone who lacks spiritual maturity, they do not handle it with care. They reduce what is divine to something ordinary. They dismiss what they do not understand. They plant seeds of doubt where God planted seeds of destiny. This is why chosen ones often learn to move in silence. You may notice that the more God reveals to you, the more He separates you. Isolation is not punishment, it is preparation. A protected environment allows revelation to grow without interference. God hides you so that the vision inside you can develop without being attacked, questioned, or suffocated. Your revelation is a blueprint, a map, a divine glimpse into your future. Sharing it too soon is like opening the door before the foundation is built. It invites confusion, resistance, and spiritual sabotage. Chosen one, understand this. People fear what they cannot predict. They resist what they cannot control. They criticize what they cannot comprehend. But revelation is not for them. It is for you. Your dreams, visions, instincts, ideas, strategies, and spiritual insights were given to your spirit because your spirit can carry them. You have the depth, the sensitivity, the strength, and the alignment to hold what others would drop. Protecting your revelation does not mean hiding out of fear. It means guarding it with wisdom. Let people see the results, not the spiritual blueprint behind it. Let them witness the transformation, not the internal battles you fought to get there. Let them observe your elevation, without explaining the divine instructions that guided you. Move quietly, grow privately, build silently. And when the time is right, the revelation will speak for itself. Remember, chosen one, some things are too holy to be shared with those who haven't yet learned how to honor the sacred. Your revelation is a gift, and gifts of this magnitude must be protected, not exposed. Chapter 4, Guarding Your Vulnerabilities. Chosen one, even the chosen carry fragility. You may walk with divine insight, spiritual clarity, and a heightened sense of purpose, yet you are human. Fear, doubt, exhaustion, and pain are part of your journey. But this is where many fail to understand one of the greatest truths of your calling. Your vulnerabilities are sacred, and they must be guarded. The world is full of people who will appear supportive only to exploit what you reveal. Some will see your cracks as weaknesses to manipulate, not as the sacred marks of your growth. There are spiritual parasites drawn to the light of the chosen, not to uplift, but to drain. They feed on doubt, on pain, and on the moments when your guard is down. You must be discerning, chosen one. Not everyone is worthy of your heart, your trust, or your deepest struggles. Vulnerabilities are not invitations for commentary, criticism, or intrusion. They are sacred spaces reserved for those divinely aligned with your path. Consider Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane. He did not bring the crowd to witness his fear and anguish. He brought only his closest disciples. Even then, he understood the importance of privacy in his most vulnerable hour. He knew that exposure could dilute his strength and leave him susceptible to forces that sought to oppose his mission. Your vulnerabilities work the same way. They are not mistakes. They are not flaws. They are the cracks through which light can enter, but only if handled with care. Sharing them recklessly exposes you to unnecessary harm. Sharing them strategically, under divine guidance, strengthens both you and those who are ready to receive them. Protect your vulnerabilities by cultivating spiritual discernment. Test the hearts of those around you. Seek divine guidance in knowing who is safe to trust. Pray for wisdom to identify those whose support is authentic versus those whose intentions are hidden. At the same time, do not mistake guardedness for isolation. Connection is still necessary, and there are few souls who can walk with you in this sacred space. Finding them requires patience, prayer, and the courage to withdraw from the rest until the right ones appear. Remember, chosen one, your sacred mission depends on the protection of your spirit. Vulnerabilities are not liabilities. They are keys to your growth, but only if kept in the right hands. Guard them carefully, protect them fiercely, and share them only with those whose hearts have been proven by divine alignment. The weight you carry is not meant for everyone. Some cannot handle it. Some will seek to exploit it. But you were chosen to rise above, to endure, and to walk with divine purpose intact. Guard your vulnerabilities as if your life, mission, and spirit depend on it, because they do. Chapter 5. Energy, the Sacred Flame. Chosen one. Your energy is your currency, your power, your sacred flame. It is not merely physical, it is spiritual, emotional, and vibrational. People are drawn to it, even before they know you. They feel it in your presence, in your words, in your aura. And that is both a blessing and a responsibility. As a chosen one, your light radiates in ways that others cannot fully comprehend. Some will be inspired by it, some will be drawn to it, and some will attempt to drain it. Spiritual predators exist. Not all are visible. Some are disguised as friends, colleagues, or confidants. They seek your energy not to elevate, but to feed on what you were given to sustain your mission. Recognize this: your energy is sacred. It is the fuel that powers your divine purpose. Without it, your mission stalls, your clarity dims, and your spirit weakens. This is why guarding your energy is not optional. It is essential. You must learn the art of discernment. Notice who leaves you lighter, uplifted, and inspired, and who leaves you heavy, depleted, or confused. Trust your intuition. Your spirit already knows. Distance yourself from those who siphon your light. Protect your time, presence, and emotional bandwidth. Saying no is not selfish. It is wisdom. Even healers cannot pour from an empty cup. Every interaction with others draws from your sacred flame. Choose carefully who deserves your energy. Serve, guide, and uplift, but always with boundaries firmly in place. Curate your inner circle. Surround yourself with individuals who understand the sacredness of your mission, who match your vibration, and who honor your energy without exploiting it. These relationships are rare, but they are invaluable. They are the mirrors of your soul's growth, the allies of your divine journey. At the same time, be aware of subtle energy theft. Not all attacks are overt. Some come as doubt, envy, or emotional manipulation. Negative environments, chaotic spaces, or toxic energies can drain you without your conscious awareness. Protect yourself through prayer, meditation, visualization, and spiritual cleansing. Create shields that guard your flame while allowing it to shine brightly. Your energy is not just personal power, it is spiritual armor. It is what allows you to navigate the challenges of the world, the pressures of your calling, and the battles unseen by ordinary eyes. Remember, chosen one, the stronger your flame, the brighter your light, and the more others will notice, for better or worse. Protect it, nourish it, guard it fiercely. Your sacred energy is the foundation of your divine mission. Without it, the path becomes heavy, the journey arduous, and the calling dimmed. With it, you move with clarity, strength, and unstoppable purpose. The flame within you is sacred, treat it as such. Chapter 6. The Power of Presence. Chosen One. Your presence is sacred. It is not merely the space you occupy, but the energy, authority, and divine weight you carry wherever you go. People notice it before you even speak. Rooms shift, conversations pause, eyes follow. This is not by chance. It is your divine imprint on the world. But with great presence comes great responsibility. Not everyone is worthy of your time, your attention, or your space. Some will feel intimidated. Others will envy. Some will try to diminish your light because it exposes their own darkness. You must learn to protect your presence as you protect your energy and your vulnerabilities. Being a chosen one means understanding that your presence is a tool, a weapon, and a gift. It can inspire, heal, and elevate. Or, if mismanaged, it can attract negativity and unnecessary conflict. How you occupy space matters. How you interact with the world matters. How you allow others into your sphere matters. First, be mindful of your environment. Negative energies, hostile spaces, or chaotic surroundings can weigh heavily on your spirit. You may shift the energy in a room, but even your presence has limits. Choose your spaces wisely. Choose your gatherings, conversations, and relationships with discernment. Protect your sacredness. Second, embrace the power of intentionality. Your presence is not for everyone. You do not owe your time or attention to those who cannot honor it. Presence is a sacred offering. Give it only to those aligned with your purpose, those who will respect and uplift it rather than diminish it. Third, embrace solitude as a tool for preservation. Retreating into quiet is not loneliness, it is renewal. Even Jesus withdrew to the wilderness, to mountains, to gardens, to pray and restore his connection with the divine. In these moments, his presence was strengthened, not weakened. So too must you honor your times of withdrawal to recharge, reflect, and grow. Remember, chosen one, your presence carries weight. It speaks louder than words, commands attention, and radiates influence. How you use it can shape your mission, your life, and the lives of those around you. Do not underestimate its power. Guard it with the same reverence you guard your energy, your vulnerabilities, and your revelations. Treat your presence as the sacred gift it is, for it is part of why you were chosen. The world may try to pull, manipulate, or misuse your presence, but it belongs to you. Protect it, nurture it, shine with it intentionally, and let it move you closer to your divine purpose. Your presence is your power. Wield it wisely. Chapter 7. The Power of Silence. Chosen One. Silence is one of your greatest allies. In a world filled with noise, chatter, and distraction, the ability to remain still, quiet, and discerning is a sacred skill. The voices of the unprepared will demand your attention. Opinions, judgments, and criticism will try to pull you into reaction. But your power grows in the spaces where you do not speak, in the moments you allow divine wisdom to guide you rather than human impulse. To remain silent does not mean to suppress truth. It does not mean hiding your light. It means knowing when to speak, and when speaking would serve nothing but chaos. Every word carries energy. Every conversation can either preserve your spirit or drain it. Silence is a shield, a strategy, and a form of strength. The greatest masters and prophets of history understood this. Jesus remained silent before his accusers, even under scrutiny, mockery, and false accusations. His silence was not weakness, it was divine power. In stillness, he protected his mission and allowed truth to move in its proper time. As a chosen one, you must learn to do the same. Silence also sharpens discernment. When you refrain from reacting impulsively, you gain clarity. You observe motives, energies, and intentions that would otherwise remain hidden in noise. You give yourself time to connect with the divine, to sense the next step, and to respond with wisdom instead of emotion. Yet silence is not passivity. It is not ignoring injustice, neglecting responsibility, or running from confrontation. It is strategic. It is conscious. Speak when guided by divine purpose. not when triggered by emotion, pride, or fear. Let your words carry weight. Let your actions speak louder than your explanations. When you embrace silence, you also create space for reflection, growth, and renewal. The world will not always understand it. Some will perceive it as distance, indifference, or arrogance. Do not be swayed. Your mission is not to be understood by everyone. It is to remain aligned with divine guidance, to walk with integrity, and to preserve your energy for what truly matters. Chosen one, remember this. Your voice is powerful. Your silence is even more so. Use it to protect your energy, strengthen your presence, and honor the sacred path you walk. When the world clamors for answers, let your silence speak first. When the divine calls you to action, let your words follow with purpose. And always remember, in silence, your spirit is fortified, your insight is sharpened, and your mission is safeguarded. Guard your silence, chosen one. It is your invisible armor, your sacred power, and your connection to the divine wisdom that guides you. Conclusion: walking the path of the chosen. Chosen one. You have been awakened. You have been reminded of the sacred truths that distinguish you from the world. You carry a light, a purpose, and a divine assignment that requires courage, discipline, and unwavering faith. This path is not ordinary, and it is not easy, but it is yours, and it is holy. The journey of the chosen is not about seeking approval or recognition. It is about alignment, discernment, and steadfast devotion to your calling. You will face resistance, misunderstanding, and even opposition. Some will envy your light, others will attempt to dim it. But remember, you are not here to fit in. You are here to rise. Guard your energy. Protect your presence. Preserve your vulnerabilities. Move in silence. Exercise discretion. Master your emotions. Maintain balance. Shield your spirit. And above all, stay connected to the divine source that guides every step of your journey. Every challenge you encounter, every lesson you endure, and every victory you achieve is part of a greater plan, a plan that only you can fulfill. Trust the process. Trust your intuition. Trust the unseen forces that are always orchestrating your path. Chosen one, the world may not understand you, but the divine always does. Your mission is sacred, your purpose is eternal, and your light is unstoppable. Walk forward with courage, faith, and unwavering devotion. The path of the chosen is yours to embrace. And when you do, you will transform not only yourself, but the world around you. Rise, chosen one, shine. Walk boldly. And never forget, you are here for a reason greater than you can yet imagine.